Week 1 is here. Let's go. It's been such a long year, and finally, the NFL is back. The Raiders are opening the season at the Chargers for Week 1. Plenty of new faces, new coaches, tons of optimism for both franchises, and I'm going to be breaking down my keys for the game for the Raiders to win, along with my score prediction. Let's get into it. Key number 1. The Raiders have to stop the run. Greg Roman's rushing attacks have been ranked top 5 in the league for many years. The Raiders have also struggled against the run. They finished 23rd last year, which is below average. And if that continues this year, they're going to be in a lot of trouble. You're not going to be able to tee off against Herbert if you just can't stop the run. For however much talent this D-line has, Wilkins, Adam Butler, Nesta, Jade Silvera, Max, Malcolm, all have to stop the run to be able to get after Herbert. Key number 2, the Raiders have to start off fast. That meaning getting ahead of the chains on the early downs, really establishing the run and setting up the pass after. We really don't know what we're going to get out of Zamir White, him being a primary workhorse back. He had some opportunities last year at the end of the year being a starter. He did show some promise against the Chiefs, against the Colts. He averaged 4.5 yards per carry last year, which is definitely formidable, and it will help if he can continue that this year, and that can really help set up the play action pass in Luke Getsy's scheme. With that ability, Devontae and Brock will just abuse the middle of the field, which is where I think Gardner can get rid of the ball fast and really get this offense off to a good start. So fast start. Key number 3, which I think is probably the most important key of the game, is to take care of the ball. Our defense is good enough to win us some football games. So taking care of the ball is of utmost importance. I'm not saying to not take any chances. I'd love to see the Raiders take some deep shots, take some chances down the field, but I'm saying take care of the ball. You have the likes of Khalil Mack and Joey Bosa hunting from the edges. So Gardner is going to really have to be careful stepping up into the pocket, avoiding rush, which is why I think Gardner was actually the right choice between him and O'Connell, because O'Connell really doesn't have that ability. So if Gardner can just execute the offense, take care of it, spread the ball around, the Raiders will have tons of success against the Chargers. And as I mentioned, the Chargers pass rush could get after us. Other than Colton Miller and Andre James, we really don't have proven guys on the line yet. I'm still waiting to see what Jackson Powers-Johnson can do, what Dylan Parham can build off of over his first 2 years, and Thayer Munford, who we don't know if he's a long-term option at right tackle. We drafted DJ Glaze, who looked good in training camp, but we don't know who's going to be the guy between him and Munford, so it'll be interesting to see that. So those are my 3 keys to the game for the Raiders, but what do I think will actually happen come week 1? I have the final score being Raiders 24, Chargers 17. The Raiders will come out with the victory in week 1. Overall, I don't think the Chargers have enough firepower to take advantage of the Raiders defense. The only way I see the Chargers having success is rushing for 120 plus yards, which is definitely doable under Greg Roman, but I just don't see it happening, especially because there's been a huge emphasis with the Raiders in stopping the run this offseason. I think the Raiders will come out firing. Gardner will spread the ball around to all of our weapons. Devontae has historically had a lot of success against the Chargers, and I don't see it being any different in week 1. Another side note potentially is the home field advantage that the Raiders will have, because we just dominate LA crowds. As do all teams, the crowd will be humming, and the Chargers might have to do some silent count, which will be interesting to see. With the momentum carrying off of last year, I do have the Raiders starting off strong this year. Comment down below your score predictions and let me know if you agree, disagree. Please, Raider fans, Charger fans, if there are any, please comment down below. I'd love to hear your predictions. I'll be dropping weekly predictions, so be sure to follow, like, subscribe so you don't miss out, and I'll see y'all.